Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnise Nicole and I'm an acrylic painter, and today is day 3 of Mermay, and I have to say I have not been this engaged with a challenge in a little while. I've actually been wanting to pick up art supplies and just make mermaids. It's just so fun and relaxing, and I'm being very inspired. I think that's the whole point of this challenge, just to be inspired, because I would never paint fish, mermaids. I never really focused on that medium, and I've never explored it at all in any capacity. So this has just been new, and I've been challenging myself. For day 1, I did this piece right here in acrylic inks. Day 2, I did a digital painting, and it's low-key my favorite thing that I've done digitally in ever. But for day 3, I decided to try a new medium again. One of my pet peeves about my art journey is that I don't have a lot of time that I devote towards art, because I have so many different things happening all the time: school, work, French lessons, life, and so I never really use actively all of my art supplies. But this challenge has made me want to just pick up and grab different things and just play around and explore art concepts. And for today, I really had this idea of making a kind of more minimalized style for my painting. And so for the painting, I use this sketchbook, which is my Canson XL mixed media sketchbook. And I did this, which, if you can see, is very different from my normal work. First of all, I love the concept. The mermaid is doing a staycation. She is on the beach. She's moonbathing, and she is just enjoying her life with her little jewelry and her sunglasses, and she's relaxing, because sometimes it's stressful to be in the sea, apparently. So that's the concept, and I did it in this sketchbook just so I could have a lot of room to stretch out and really make this impactful. I don't think it would be as good if it was small in size at all. And if you saw my last video, you know that I've been kind of working on cropping and how the size of your canvas can really change the impact of a painting. If you had one painting and it was an 8x10 versus it being a 32x40, the painting is completely different. That's why I needed the space to spread out and really make this piece. For the piece, there is minimum shading. I did a little under the arms, I did a little under the tail to indicate there's a shadow here, but mostly she's just taking in the moonlight. And so now that you have a glimpse of this painting, I definitely want you to see the full process video, so let's jump into that.
So first things first is that I definitely have to give credit to the inspiration of this piece. I saw a photo done by R. Kenton Nelson, and it is called Lunch, and it is a photo that has a more minimalistic style. It's a woman figure laid back in a chair, and I just really love the positioning of it, how her neck and head was thrown back, how she was looking so relaxed, and the muted color palettes. And I've been wanting to explore, and of course the sketchbook is the place to explore. So he is the photo reference, and I have that photo so you can take a look at it. But once I had kind of the reference and inspiration from the actual positioning, I went ahead and made it more my style, and of course made it mermaid themed. And the painting is called moon bathing, so the opposite of sunbathing. And in my mind, this is Ariel's teacher, having to deal with her because she's the worst Disney princess out there, period, in my opinion. She don't listen, she disobedient, and she really sold her soul away for a guy. So I'm not vibing with her. But I imagine this is Ariel's teacher, who is completely fed up with having to deal with her attitude, and so she is taking this opportunity to go ahead and sunbathe. And so I wanted to play around with a more minimalistic palette, because I always rely on just color to tell a story. And while this is colorful in and of itself, I am mostly focusing on the figure and the positioning and kind of having it all nicely blended in just more color block than I would normally go for. And I really had fun exploring this kind of more minimalistic style. My paintings will normally have about 60 colors. I will use various shades of a color family, and I will just go in on color a lot of times, and I don't always need to do that. Having the more solid bases gave it a more focus, I think. And anyway, I really loved playing in my sketchbook with this concept. I think I want to explore it a little bit more, the more minimalistic style, excuse me. And I really want to use these Soflat colors, which I'll talk about in a little bit way more. So, yeah, this is Ariel's teacher. She's moonbathing. She is just trying to de-stress from her long week trying to teach Ariel and her, I think, 12 sisters. So that's the concept, that's the art inspiration, and this is the little last bit of the painting time lapse. So enjoy.
And I used 4 of my Soflat's acrylic matte paint from Golden Acrylics to create this piece. I used a few other colors from Golden just to get some different stuff in there. I had to use a black, and I used a Payne's gray for my shadowing, and then I used a red for her lips and that color there, and for her tail. But the rest of the painting is comprised of these colors. And first of all, they blended so well with my other Golden Acrylics, like so well. It was like seamless. And I thought with these being matte paints and being of a matte consistency that they wouldn't blend well with my normal acrylic paints. But I was wrong. These are awesome. I literally give these a 5 stars because they were so smooth. And as you can see with the painting, there is no real reflectiveness except in the hair because I use, again, some black paint from Golden. I love the painting. I really love the concept, and it's so different from the other pieces. Like if you see these two, they're not at all the same, and yet I am making them, so that's so nice. And this was basically my color palette. And so that is day 3. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. I hope you enjoyed the painting. It was really, really fun creating everything. I, again, give 5 stars to the Soflat acrylic paint. I'll link them down below if you want to go check them out. They have the full range of colors, and they are matte, and they are really nice. And anyway, that is today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. So with today's mermaid, I specifically used the Soflat acrylic paints, these here, for this. And I gotta say, they blended well with my other acrylics, and it came out so nice.